It's a certain type of heartbreak when a favorite restaurant closes. And there was one close to my house that made these amazing lemon cookies. And they're like delicious lemon clouds. So when that restaurant sadly closed, I went on a hunt to figure out how to make these. So this recipe is like a Frankenstein amalgamation of various recipes I found online. So starting out, I am zesting several lemons here. Next up, I am going to be juicing these 3 lemons. I don't really have a particularly great juicing technique, so if you have some pointers, but nonetheless, I'm going to need more than the juice from these 3 lemons. So I will also be pulling from my freezer stash of lemon ice cubes to round this out for a full ½ cup of lemon juice. And let's get started on our dry ingredients. So I'm going to take 2½ cups of sifted flour, 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and a ½ teaspoon of salt. We'll get that all whisked together and set this aside. Counter space is pretty precious in this house, so my KitchenAid lives under the counter in a rarely opened cupboard. So you know this is a special production when I lug this thing out. So I'm gonna be taking 3/4 a cup of unsalted butter, and you gotta think ahead. These need to be at room temperature. And I'm going to mix that on about medium-low with 1 cup of granulated sugar. Now I'm gonna add 1 large egg, a heaping tablespoon of vanilla, my ½ cup of lemon juice, and the 3 overflowing packed tablespoons of lemon zest. And I will be mixing this on medium-high, and it's gonna look curdled. It's not gonna look good. It's gonna go a little funky. And that's when you know it is ready for the dry ingredients. I'm gonna mix this on medium for just a couple minutes until it's nice and mixed. Of course, I'll stop it midway through to scrape down the sides, and it's gonna look nice and smooth. Now, this is an incredibly sticky batter, and it needs to chill. And it needs to chill for more than just a couple of hours. Like, I left this in overnight and resumed this recipe the next day with the same shirt on, just for continuity's sake. But this is gonna go in the fridge overnight, and I will see you all tomorrow. Okay, welcome to the next day. We are going to scoop these out into really large, like heaping tablespoons that I'm going to round out into little spheres. You can see the chunks of lemon zest up close. They smell amazing. Now for the crinkle part in Crinkle Cookies. I'm gonna take a couple of tablespoons of granulated sugar and then just a large portion of this packet of powdered sugar. And the secret to not have the powdered sugar just like melt away while these bake is to first roll them in regular granulated sugar. All right, so now these are ready to go in the oven. These are gonna go in at about 350 degrees for about 12 to 14 minutes, just until the base is golden brown. The texture of these is so like fluffy, but cake-like, but tastes like a lemon bar. It's like chewy. These are a high impact citrus cookie. So if you do not like that flavor, these will not be for you. They're amazing fresh out of the oven, like warm, wonderful. Incredibly messy cookie to eat, but 10 out of 10, worth the mess. Worth this entire production.
Heaven.